Welcome everyone back to the Frankfurt Famous channel. Glad to see you viewers. Hope everyone's doing well during this time. It's a beautiful day out here in Napa, California. So I definitely want to take the opportunity to discuss some great things that are going on around the club, as we know that internationals is finally coming to a close. It's been tough. It's nice to get an opportunity to watch the teams play and watch our players playing with their countries, but we know how much we missed Premier League football, and we're glad to see that upcoming game this weekend will be here shortly, you guys. So a couple topics I want to discuss today on my channel is what we heard about Fabrizio initially talking about rumors with Erling Haaland from Dortmund and Chelsea's interest in him, and possibly him choosing to play for our club in the summer. And now we're hearing those rumors were never spoken about. So I want to jump into more about that. Also, I do want to discuss about Pulisic and also talk about Hakim Ziyech, as we know they are back at the club and they have been training, and by the looks of it, it seems like they are fit and ready to go to definitely give Hakim Ziyech his Premier League debut, and also to see Pulisic back in the team, adding to the dynamics and helping us get better and better as the season moves forward. Then we're going to talk about Chilwell and what we heard about him taking off from England duty due to possible injury or possible sickness. We're going to definitely dive into what is really going on with that, and also talk about Angola Kante. It looks like he has pulled out from France duty also with a muscle pain. So we're going to see more and more information in regards to where we're heading with the players in these injuries and how we're going to help us stay healthy for this season. Without further ado, you guys, let's get it. So earlier this week, reports had come out discussing that Erling Haaland would be making a transfer over to Chelsea next summer. But after those reports have come out, it looks like Fabrizio, who is a well-known journalist, has now distanced himself from any information in regards to Erling Haaland transferring over to Chelsea. So it looks like, guys, what we have been, loving to hear, the information that has been coming out, we have to take it with a grain of salt and, wash our hands clean a bit, because it looks like that isn't true information. Yet again, we don't know what could happen in the future, but it's not something for us to get super excited about, because it looks like it's not true. So it was fun while it lasted, I'll definitely say that. That's about Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech. As we know, those two players are back at Stamford Bridge, and they are getting in the training needed to get themselves prepared for the next game versus Southampton. I'm excited, you guys. Get excited. We're finally seeing the pieces come together of the puzzle. We're going to be seeing our youth players coming in and ready to fulfill Frank Lampard's vision. This is the greatest news that we could be hearing, to see that Pulisic is finally injury-free, and we get to see the best of him this upcoming year, because now he knows what the Premier League expects out of him, and he also knows how to take care of his body to make sure that he's ready to go. As we know, we have tons of games coming up quickly. This is going to be one of the fastest seasons that we've probably seen, definitely in my generation. So to see him getting that training in is definitely one of those exciting moments. And we know Pulisic is going to be able to really have that versatility that we've been missing. Also, we know he's a poacher at the same time, so he loves to run into the box and get into great places and position himself in the right places to make things happen, and also to score goal. And then Hakim Ziyech. So we got an opportunity to see him play a little bit for Morocco, and seeing him play for his international team, it's amazing. He's been out due to injury, but he had an assist and he was just opening up Senegal with decisive passes. His movement, his conditioning is still there. It's amazing to see that this player has kept himself in tip-top shape, and he has decided, because Frank Lampard wanted him back at the training ground to get ready to make his debut. So to see him coming back to Stamford Bridge and putting in that training, you can see these images that he's ready. He's ready to add all the skill sets we saw at Ajax to Chelsea, because we know he is a player with a magic left foot, and he has a great accuracy for his free kick, and he loves to come in and add assists and also be able to change the situation and unlock teams who are going to be playing real hard defense on us for remaining of the game. So it's amazing to see pieces of the puzzle coming together, and we're also getting the opportunity to see all of the money that we spent this summer, what we're going to be enlightened by with these top class youth players. Okay, so more information in regards to Ben Chilwell. There was some confusing information coming out. It looks like possibly he might have had COVID or he had an injury. But from my understanding, reports are suggesting that Ben Chilwell is fit and he should be playing in the Chelsea team versus Southampton. So we're going to have our left back to build the chemistry, to build the team camaraderie with each other as we move forward. And we know Ben Chilwell, for his debut, had one heck of a game. A goal, going at his opposition, beautiful crosses into the box, beautiful assists. So we know that Ben Chilwell is definitely going to offer us everything that we've been missing in that position, and we're going to give him an opportunity to really lock it down. Yet again, many of games coming up is only going to make him a better player as he's playing with better players around him. So that is something where we're going to finally have a real team completion in all positions. This is amazing. We are no longer going to be stressing about the weaknesses that we're seeing from different positions on our team, because as it is now, we have great players in all positions, and we do have players who can come off the bench who can also fill in that role. So it's a breath of fresh air, you guys. Breath of fresh air, just to see where we're heading. I'm ready, and I hope you viewers are ready for this season. Let's talk about Angola Kante. We know that he has pulled out from international duties with France for having muscle pains. This is a tough one because Angola Kante throughout last season had a ton of injuries. We know that this player is world class and he gives his all every single time in the field, but he's done a lot of running in his position, and it's going to take a toll on him. It's something that happens to players over time as he's aging. But the biggest thing is that Chelsea medical staff are wonderful, and they're finding ways to keep him in tip-top shape, to keep him from picking up these nagging injuries. And I'm glad that he decided, instead of to push it, to take that time to rehab, because we know we're going to need him for this season. I know there's been reports coming out about Frank Lampard using him in the position that Mauricio Sarri started him out with and taking him away from the defensive midfield position. We know N'Golo Kante can offer us a lot on the offensive end because this player helps with the press. At the same time, it's easier for us to keep the other team in their half of the field, because N'Golo Kante is going to be breaking up play, and then he's also able to move forward with the ball. So he has a lot to offer other than just playing that defensive midfield role. I believe and trusted Frank Lampard of where he wants to put him, because he sees a lot that is going to really help with the dynamic of the team. And Kante isn't just your defensive midfielder. We're not showing his true skill set and his potential, as he's a sponge. He wants to pick up as much information as he can to continue to become a complete player. It's difficult because we can see where he has developed in that defensive midfield defensive midfield position that has helped him to win trophies with Leicester City and then the next year with Chelsea. But it's something to where Frank Lampard knows that in that defensive midfield position, the way that we're playing, it's not going to help the structure of the team. But having him a little bit higher up the pitch, he really wants to make sure that our opposition is feeling the pressure. We want to be able to destroy teams as quickly as possible. We're getting too close to having games where we're fighting back. That's something that we saw last year, and that's something we need to eradicate for this year. If we're going to move forward and become this contender in the Premier League and to win trophies, this is something we're going to have to set for ourselves and keep that goal. So with Angola Kante at the moment, let's continue to keep him healthy. Let's continue to rehab him. Let's continue to make sure that we're putting him in the best position to be healthy for the remaining of the season, as we have plenty of games coming up and we're going to need our world-class player at tip-top shape. So viewers, please let me know what you think, especially talking about the rumors with Erling Haaland joining Chelsea. Is this something that has really come across to you guys as a possibility, or is it just a dream? And we'll definitely possibly hear more about him in the near future. Also, Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech. Viewers, how excited are you? Let me know. Do you think that these two need to be starting right off the bat playing against Southampton, or should we be starting Pulisic and possibly having Hakim Ziyech coming in at half? Also, let me know what you think about Ben Chilwell coming in and not suffering from anything. Excited about that. And then N'Golo Kante. We, as Chelsea fans, know exactly what he can offer us and what he has offered us and what we need to do to keep him ready and prepared for the remaining of this season. Please leave a comment down low. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that. I want to thank you viewers for tuning into my channel. Please don't forget to like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Come on, Blues!